Oh, wait, it's working. Oh, hey. The void behind me is swallowing the sound. Wow, it's really loud. Like, peaking loud. Hold on. Checking that. That should be a little bit better. Hey, RPD. So I'm going to try painting on stream. What you're seeing right here is a Chaos Dwarf Dreadquake mortar that I've been working on for a very, 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 very long time. And, yeah, just going to give it a shot. See what happens. And we've got Mega Man music playing in the background, because I've been playing Mega Man lately. Game is dope. Of course, now I have no place to put my brushes. This is fun. I don't know how... oh, this is going to have to go to the other side. Learning and growing already. So, I think what I was working on here... I mean, I was just doing base coding. I was just about to recommend you communicate the rest of the stream via interpretive dance or pantomime. Well, but I don't need to do that now. Is it way too loud, RPD? I don't know what just happened, but like my microphone is going ballistic right now. Okay. Just want to make sure it's on the right input. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. We'll just run with it. I always thought it was a little quiet anyway, so... Oh my god. Paint pot won't stay open. There we go. Alright, so... Let's see if I can remember where I was working. Oh, yeah, okay. A little bit here. So how's your evening going, my dude? Did you watch Paul play at all? I can already see this mic is going to cause problems. I don't know if I can't paint on the camera. You were there for the first hour or so? Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to stop by and I was, well, I got distracted by Mega Man, if I'm going to be honest here. But, oh my god, it's freaking inferno in here. It's really hot. Looks like sometimes I may have to pick things up and do them like awkwardly, but I don't know, I guess you can still sort of see what I'm doing. I don't know how long I'm going to go for tonight. It's already pretty late and it took me forever to get this camera working, so... There we go, that's a little better. So right now I'm just base coating. It's just like laying down the foundation. I've been working on this model for way too long. And it's just about time that I put a ribbon on it, if you know what I mean. Got to play some D&D last night. That was dope. Playing a Lizardman Barbarian. He beats things with heavy objects. Alright. Oh, I'm not sure I like this, this new water cup. At the store we call it the Catholic mug. Where's my, there it is. Because it's got this awkward definition of Catholicism on it. And we love it very much. Oh, fun story. So, and I'll talk more about this later. This drop cloth that I've been using here has been with me since late high school. So that's, you know, well over a decade. yeah, it was a fun game last night. It was hosted by Alex, not Baboon Alex, a different Alex. Alex from Greater Than Games, and he's doing really nice. He did a really nice job. It's an Eberron campaign that I'm playing with Trevor and his wife and our friend Jacqueline, Westy. You've seen her in the chat before. So I use exclusively Citadel paint because it's what's available to me. And I'll talk more about this in the show proper, but yeah, that's mixed adequately. So the color scheme that I use for the Chaos Dwarfs is a very corn red based. Hey, the show hasn't begun yet. No, I mean like when I'm calling this a tech test, Adam. Also, how's it going? Because like I can't stream for very long tonight, but so I've got all these like weird bits that I need to color. So I'll tell more stories about like why oh my god, I just slopped paint everywhere. Why I choose specific brands and colors and whatever. Like when I properly start like scheduling these and stuff. But like at the store, our primary thing is Games Workshop products, specifically 40K. I don't particularly I have some 40K stuff. I don't enjoy it nearly as much as I enjoy Fantasy, or Warhammer Fantasy, which is what you're seeing here. This is from Forge World. So the paints that we get in are Citadel because if something goes wrong with the model, we can then immediately turn around and be like, yo, your paint that's supposed to work with this stuff doesn't work. Didn't do it. See, realistically, I should be painting this red bit first, but I'm just getting lazy, I guess. Oh my god, I'm just slopping things everywhere. Alright, so I'm gonna have to learn to paint around the microphone because I've just inside the barrel of the cannon, I've now painted gold by mistake. So I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't even have my stone color on my table right now. Tilt my arm up and aim the mic down. Not exactly sure what you mean, but I think I know what you mean. But that requires actually unwiring it and stuff. I can do that off camera at some point. It'd also help if I angled myself properly. Right now my primary monitor for gaming is here. But I'm not gaming, so I need to actually properly turn my chair. Oh yeah, that's way better. So right now, I'm using a layer paint because the base coat bronze is way too vibrant. For all my Chaos Dwarfs, I've used this Brass Scorpion for the base coat on all the bronze stuff, just because it looks dingy that way. It does mean that I have to go over and do more than one coat. Oh, I fully accept that that paint is eventually going to get on the microphone. Fortunately, this is all water-based paint. so it comes right out if I have to, like, if I get it quick. I'm also using, like, a brush that's probably too big for this job. Making language that goes through it more colorful without compromising family friendly. That's a joke we haven't hit on in quite a while, RPD. It's sort of devolved into that, Phoenix said a bad language word situation. So a lot of this particular model, like, part of the reason it's taking so long is I'm having trouble visualizing which parts are which primary color. Obviously the cannon itself is mostly taken care of at this point. But there's a lot of, especially the cog working in the inside, is still, like, I have no idea what color I want that to be. So, oh, here we go. And normally I would imagine, like, big models like this, you know, like, I'll paint them for sure on the stream, but, like, I prefer to do infantry or, you know, singular duders. Once it gets bigger than a certain size, the paint style just becomes tedious. Yeah, that looks good. X said a bad language word. I have rated I for immature. Yeah. I do love that I managed to find the soundtrack to the various Mega Man Zero games. It just keeps me way more energetic than I would normally be while doing this. Normally, like, when I'm painting, I'm, like, half watching a show or something. Oh. Looks like I hit a red pocket. I don't like that. Okay, that'll be alright. I want to shake it, though. Oh, good God, are you kidding me? Casey and the Sunshine Band? Good Lord. Yeah, I need to shake that pot. This paint tray is, like, the most convenient thing ever. Put this over here so you can see what I'm doing. It's got little holes for my brushes. So this paint did not mix properly when I shook it. So I hit this crazy red pocket that I'm not fond of. The metallic paints have, like, you can see these distinct layers in them. When you're dressed in as strong an orange as Paul is, I guess groove is the only direction you can go. Was he wearing the DBZ hoodie? Let's Yeah, that's a little better. I feel like I literally have been at this desk all day. So what I got to do is like the paint sort of collects in the lid of these. Oh, he's wearing a green shirt because he wanted Rayman limbs. Oh dear God. I should do something with the green screen. I mean, realistically, hold on. I can just do that. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Now the green screen's actually doing its job. All right, that should be drained enough at this point. Yeah, that's a little bit better. How about this one? This little bit. That's looking much better. So I'm pretty much decided here that all of these like strips of metal that are riveted on are going to be the bronze. Chaos Dwarf's not exactly known for their wealth, so I do like my base coats tend to be a little sloppy. A little bit of black shows through in a lot of areas, which will then get hit with both Nuln Oil and a technical paint that almost gives it gives it that rusty look. I wish I had an example. All my good examples are at the store, but oh yeah, that's looking good. Happy with that. Oh, come here. Don't get caught on that. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, so many. Alright. Just had a thought. In the future, this show is going to be perfect for... Yes! That's kind of what I was thinking, RPD. Because I can really interact with the chat a lot better in this show. When I'm not focusing on something. Like, painting, for whatever reason, comes very easily to me. I've been able to do it pretty well from a very young age. So, yeah, this is sort of my take the time, interact with you and others, and hang out, chill, do something I'm actually good at. Oh, this is one of my favorite songs in all of Zero 2. Feels weird that the non-main DM place I've done story stuff has been Gear Up. Well, again, like, Alex and I are better at that than we are at other games, so... I feel like if you're better at something, you can better interact with the chat. Maybe I'm wrong, but... It also, like, time pressure is a thing. So, like, one of the first things I ever streamed was Magic the Gathering, which was a mistake, for many reasons. But, like, it's the only pressure you're up against is the clock. so you can like stop it, but your chat tends to be like, why did you do that? At the time, like, I wasn't bad at Magic. I just, you know, Magic Online was sort of my way to try things and learn new stuff. One of the big headaches of this model is this whole module moves on its own. It's really annoying. Are you going to paint Batman? Yes, I am going to paint Batman. Obviously I want Batman to be amazing. And Alex and I have some ideas. Alex is my painting consultant too, by the way. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. He and I do a lot of work together. But we have some ideas to how to make Batman really look dope. But none of them any good. So it's going to be a while before we see Batman. But I will definitely do that on camera. No, it can't. It's actually pinned from the bottom. And they don't tell you that when you're doing the instructions. Or when you're reading the instructions. Forge World is not particularly well known for their instructions. They're actually kind of crap. Actually, you know what? This thing is actually Forge World instructions. Let's see if I can still unfold it. Yep. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is the instructions for Kadai Fireborn. That's it. You get this. Oh, it's upside down. You get this. And you get this. That's it. The instructions for the Dreadquake were no better. Yeah, it's real bad. So the likelihood that you will make a mistake is very, very strong. When I was building the Bale Taurus, which is a big flyer, it was an absolute nightmare. Like, Alex and I were sitting there, for incessantly long amounts of time trying to figure that model out. Yeah, I've done some where I've painted first. I get a better sense of what colors go where when I can see the whole product. And like, I could go online, I suppose, and look at what the final product is going to look like and make determinations from there. But I just, like, it's so much easier for me to hash that all out when it's right in front of me. So I did, a lot of my Space Marines were done that way. I'll paint them right in the sprue. The other problem you have then, though, is you run into, like, when you clip them apart, they no longer, like, there's big gaps, and you have to go back and fix it anyway. Oh, yeah. This one didn't have any particular big seams. This is a resin model, so the molds tend to be a little bit bigger. But some of the Chaos Dwarfs behind me... Oh, okay, super glue baking soda. I use liquid green stuff. Which takes some getting used to, but it does work really well. But yeah, some of the Chaos Dwarf Blood Bowl players that I have behind me definitely needed serious gap filling. The Bull Centaurs alone were really, really gnarly. Some of the pieces didn't even match up. They had, instead of butts, they had gaping chasms. Oh my god, this is difficult. Come on, get in there. This is a rather superfluous. What is a butt, though, really? Yeah, well, I mean... yeah, this is true. But really, more than butt, I mean, like, hindquarters. What the heck is that? Oh, it's just a glare. Oh, right. I forgot the camera has a light on it. I'm like, why is there a white, like, film cap in the paint well? Oh, there it is. Oh, boy. Get in there. Come on. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh, hold on. Maybe I got a better angle on it. Hooray for Big Brush. Okay. Did I finally get all of that? Oh, not quite. Get in there. Got it. Oh, thank goodness. So this piece here is actually going to be covered with a bellows. That is one piece that I did pull off before gluing because it's a 360 part. So depending on where you're looking at it from, paint needs to be in a specific place. So also my cat stepped on it. That is one thing that I'm going to be very excited about, moving my painting operation largely into this room, because the cats don't come in here. I'm going to pop this up a little further in here. My shoulder disappeared. Music's so motivating. All right, that's adequate there. So these paint pots have like, oh, you can hang your brush here and it won't touch the bottom. I truly, yeah, like it's stuck now. I don't like that at all. I may just take the lid off of it, the cap off it at some point. So one of the things you'll see me a lot that alarms a lot of people is I will like suck on the end of my brush to straighten the bristles. Again, water-based paint. I promise I'm not getting lead poisoning from it. Okay. It freaked my mother out. Like, I was sitting at the kitchen table and I did that, and she goes, "Oh my God, what are you doing? You're gonna die." I'm like, no, I'm not. It's fine. It's all good. So the ogre here has this weird, like, I can't tell if it's a tattoo or a brand or just a raised area or like some bit of metal like literally hammered into his flesh. All of the above would be Chaos Dwarfy things to do. And so like I'm struggling with that bit. It's the death music. Oh, no, that's the incoming boss music. I'm sorry. Like, I'm once again at one of those points where I just need to kind of stare at the model for a while. Decide where to go next. Like, there's a lot of this stuff, which is just going absolutely bananas with the brass scorpion. I mean, the bottom even has detail. This is the pin here, Adam, that I was talking about, that holds the whole thing together. But it is kind of cool. Like, there's a little thumb thing in it. You can aim it. Actually, you know what I could do? Dude's got a loincloth. I only brought like a couple of my paints in with me, but the rest of them are just behind the curtain. I could go get more. Or I could make the loincloth match up. So far as games are concerned, I've been playing a lot of Cook Serve Delicious 2. Cook Serve Delicious 2. And while I love that game, it is both mentally and physically draining. Yeah, I mean, I have been doing similarly with Zero. Like, kind of all I've, other than teach, it's kind of all I've done. Actually, you know what? I think I am going to go get a couple other colors of paint. So hold on one second. I'll be right back. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so I almost didn't have the color I was looking for. I had to like dig deep into my old paint box. And now I'm sitting on the edge of the green screen. That's not helpful. Stop being bad, green screen. Thank you. All right, yeah, so I found Steel Legion Drab. That's going to be his loincloth. A little Agrex Earthshade on the top of that. One of the biggest helps that I employ, again, I'll talk about this more in depth at a later time, is the Citadel Color paint app. I don't want to put that on screen for too long because you get flagged for one thing or another, but not a sponsor, but boy is it helpful. Oh. Convenient. Okay. Alright, let's paint us a loincloth. Base coat us a loincloth. Did that get all squared away, Adam, or is there still work to be done? I mean, there's always work to be done, right? But hell, I've got work to do on it. But that's for somewhat unrelated stuff. Tangentially related. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Well, RPD, I mean, you and I always have work to do on it, right? I'll have to use a smaller brush on the little waist belt thing. This loincloth is like literally a diaper. Ogre diaper. Quick Serve Delicious is mentally draining, A, because the game is brutal with how much you gotta juggle and keep track of, and makes you do some ridiculous controller gymnastics. Oof. I mean, so I hear that, man. Okay, I gotta actually pull this off camera for a second because I need to see what I'm doing. Okay, there's literally no good angle on the front side of the loincloth here. Just kind of doing the best I can. I doubt the camera's even picking it up. No, it's not. It's just got a giant view of the Canon. Oof, that's a nuisance. Oh, hi. Oh, there we go. Come on. Doesn't help that the first two restaurants you work in career mode make you do dishes that are far too... that are so far... Wait. That so far are in my top 5 worst things in the game. Ugh. Rude. I mean, I guess that's fine. It's a loincloth. What it doesn't have to look perfect, does it? Burgers and hot dogs. Oh, gross. You know, so one of my students said something about hot dogs the other day, and I was like, I am not a hot dog guy, but boy, could I use a hot dog right now. It was weird. It was very odd. I can't do that. Oh, hold on. Invisible Sprite can. Gears of Sprite. Back into the staring into the abyss segment of the stream. Or segment of the paint job. Whatever you want to call it. I still have to patch up like the lightning bolts and stuff here. So I want to do this with the bronze, the roof of the whistle here. I think the main part of the whistle is going to be the silver. All this pipe work will be silver. Down to the base, which will be bronze. Maybe? Or we do... Oh, wait a minute. No. Bronze, silver, bronze base. Okay, yeah, no, that works. I like that. Let's go ahead and try that. Yeah, that's right. Drain out. Okay, this is a weird thing that I've never really experienced before. It's the inside of a paint can. Like from the top down. So I almost invariably take paint from the lip of the lid here. I love this music. On everything. All right. Yeah, I think that looks reasonable. Oh, it looks like I started to paint the whistle shaft silver and then stopped. Come on, focus camera. There you go. This will be a lot easier to move things around when I'm not using quite as heavy an object, too. Burgers are super swingy. In how much you need to do for each of them, but a medium difficulty one would be something like hold L2, press triangle twice, square. Oh, God. I can't even read that, or like interpret it enough to read it. Come on. Yeah, this looks appropriately Chaos Dwarf. I am satisfied with this whistle. At least more or less. The best part is that Cook Serve Deliver was originally built with consoles in mind. This is not an awkward adaptation of a keyboard-based controls game. Ay, ay, ay. It's an impromptu decision to paint this bit bronze. Or brass, I guess, is the technical term. Okay. I'm going to make another impromptu decision here. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but down in the bottom, there's like this rail thing here. Do that real quick. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Yep, I like that quite a lot. And yet it makes you genuinely have to use multiple shift keys on it. Oh, brutal. Oh, that's not going to end. If I try to paint using just the document camera, it's not going to end well. Ooh. I have acquired a cat hair. Remind me to give it back. So I'll keep going until my Sprite runs out tonight. Like I said, we got a little bit of later start than I wanted, but that's all right. The reason I can say this is that Cook Serve Deliver is actually the commercial continuation of a series of fan sequels to a Japan-only PS1 series of cooking games that controlled like that. Oh my god, all right. Painting the inside of the thing. See, now it's starting to see a little bit more of what we're looking at here. I hate painting wheels. It is the literal worst. Takes so long and is so imprecise. I'm going to post a video I found of someone beating the last level of the first restaurant, the only one up to 100% in the games channel. Alright, sure. Yeah. Obviously, I probably won't get to it tonight, but I will... Actually, yeah. Yeah. I probably won't get to it tonight, but I will take a look. Oh my god. When you think you've finished a wheel and then realize you have not. This is the problem with wheels. They're never done. Okay. I see your message, RPD. And I will look at it when I can. The good news is I have this and one other war machine to finish. And then all the Chaos Dwarf war machines are done. I've only got like 13 models in the Chaos Dwarf like line that I don't have. What am I painting next? Probably Brutality. Because the minis are big and aren't going to take that much effort. Either that or my Chaos Dwarfs for Blood Bowl. Both? Both. Both is good. But yeah, I promised Frost that I'd do the Brutality minis on stream, so. They are mega detailed, but if you think about the art style, though, I legitimately think it's just undercoat, null and oil, basically done. I'm not sure. Like, I don't think they're going to be as complicated as they initially appear. That game in particular, I really want to adhere to the original art style of the board game itself. It's physically exhausting because the mixture of focusing and pressure genuinely make my knees hurt after a while due to weak hips. Fair enough, man. I mean, actually, Brutality is within reach. I can just grab those minis. Give me a second. Oh, wait, no. That's a bad idea. Because the whole game is on top of it. You want to do Hellboy? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, doing Hellboy in the Mignola style actually makes perfect sense. The ominous Mega Man 03 music. Well, I guess that didn't take as long as I initially expected it would. The game is super fun and the lore is amazing. Well, there's something to be said for that, RPD. Alright. What's all this cat hair? When you live with cats, they get into everything and they get all over everything. It's gross. I love my cats, but they can be a pain. The game gives you a lore tab for every dish with some ridiculous history of the food, and all the restaurants that have lore tabs. Oh, that's cool. That's a nice touch. So right now I am picking out the detail on these lightning bolts. That are sort of embossed on the surface of the guitar, or of the cannon. Well, guitar, I don't know where that came from. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Looks like I started at one point to go up the side here and never finished. another problem with big models is like I'll start a thing and then not finish it. The lore for the original Onigiri is basically just a discussion about Pokemon with every mention of Pokemon swapped with Onigiri. That's hysterical. Do you think that's for copyright reasons, or do you think that's just to be goofy? I would honestly figure fair odds on either way. Yeah, just okay. There's this little boiler box down here. It's right here. Yeah, I'm okay with this being bronze. Yeah, it looks alright. Oh, actually, it's got some of this, like, plating implying that it should be bronze anyway. Oh, you know what I could do? The box itself, bronze. And the various bits and bobs on top in the silver. Bits and bobs. It's not blatantly obvious. I'm starting to get a little tired. Not from painting, but just from the day. A long couple of days. Long. Oh my god, I gotta look at this. Okay. Trying to teach remotely has just been one headache after the next. But we learn as we go. Many, however, felt the latter varieties lacked the creativity of the first generation Onigiri. Some have countered, "Hey, Dark Kanoto." Yeah, it is a Warhammer model. It is a Chaos Dwarf Dreadquake mortar. The big old thing. And quite frankly, like, the original Dread Mortar, I liked, or Earthquake Mortar, or Earthshaker Mortar, or something like that. I don't remember what it was called, but it was way smaller. It was like maybe yay big. And it was way more fun to paint than this. If I'm being perfectly honest, this particular model is a bit tedious. And like I keep changing my mind too. So like every time I step away from it, I'm like, oh, I should have done this color, and then I do it, and then I'm like, oh, I remember why I didn't do that. So, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be complete. I don't think I'm going to be over the moon about the final result of this one, but and I'm definitely not finishing it tonight. And yes, I'm aware there's paint slopped in the inside of the can. I didn't finish reading. Oh, you're right. Sorry. Some have countered this, noting that there was nothing creative about putting 6 eggs together and calling it onigiri. Sorry, RPD. I was even doing the voice and everything for you, and I got distracted. Oh. Okay. Yet one more thing I couldn't see because of the cannon. That should definitely, absolutely be bronze. Is this, like, framing? Like, on the front side here? That said, welcome, Dark Kanoto. Hope you're doing alright. Marvel as I bump the mic again. Oh my god! Cat hair all over everything. Ooh. More stuff! Hey, thanks for the follow, man. You get to see Colin's awesome animation there. A huge fan. Wormahordes, huh? One of the many reasons I no longer have a cat. Yeah. And yet not the primary reason. I'm not sure if I should say do go on, or... I feel like you've probably told me that story before, too. Oh, Jesus. 3. Yeah, that's fair. I think a lot of people did. We haven't... Honestly, like, we sell Wormahordes stuff, but nobody's buying. She peed on it. Yeah, mine does that too. The entire basement floor is destroyed. But I love my boy. He's good most of the time. I do work in a game store, yeah. I wish I didn't have to right now. But, like, normally I wouldn't be able to stream tonight, but my boss told me that in light of current situation, if nobody's going to show up to play Sentinels RPG, then I can go home. So I was home at 6:30 tonight, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is rad. I got a Wednesday night to myself. Sort of. That's a big cat. One of my cats is very large. I'm doing this little junction box in the bronze too. I guess what I'm gonna do is I'll go around and do these little I can't really see them from where you are. These little connector boxes. Come on, focus. Nope. Oh my god. These little guys. I'm trying to get people interested. Oh, that stinks, man. I've got so many people. Like, what I've done is I've orchestrated a campaign where it's very drop in, drop out. Like, we find a role for anybody who wants to play, and if they show up, great. If not, no big deal. The plot moves forward without them, and it's fine. So it's a really great way to sort of demo it and get people's interest. I have consistently like 6 people who are like there every single week, which is super rad. We've been playing for quite a long time. I think they're on their... If they had been here for every session, I think some of them would be on their 3rd trade paperback now, which is pretty rad. It's very rad. Where is it? Yeah, it's a dope system. I love it. I mean, to the point where our party will oh, that stinks, man. To the point where, like, we use the Sentinels, like, I hesitate to call it initiative, but like the tag system in like storytelling scenes in even like D&D, which is pretty rad. Our version of D&D at our store is a little bit more like, it's sort of a pick and choose, sort of cherry picked from a bunch of other stuff. So we have little bits of SCRPG, little bits of Call of Cthulhu. Occasionally we'll build in something like a Legend of the Five Rings or something like that, but not very often. All right. I gotta be honest, I don't think, if left to his own devices, I don't think my boss would support SCRPG either, but I just brought it in one day, and I was like, we're playing this now, and a bunch of people were like, oh yeah, this is really great, so, where can I buy it? And I was like, well, here, and I sort of glared at my boss, and he's like, yeah, we'll have it in. But part of that is I've known my boss since I was 14, and he's been one of my closest friends for that entire time, so I can kind of get away with shenanigans like that. He's the one that taught me well, he didn't teach me anything about painting, but he likes to claim that he did. Getting there. Like I said, I'm not super thrilled with this model. But this is just the base coat. We'll see what happens when we start adding some shading to it and stuff. All things considered, like, this isn't a difficult model to paint. It's just time consuming. Like, kind of horrifically so. All right. Well, guys, here it is, nearly midnight for me. In fact, it just turned to midnight. So I am going to bow out here and stop whacking my microphone. But thank you for hanging out with me. This is a lot of fun. And I will definitely do this again. That was tremendous. I really enjoyed that. So there we go. I'm glad you enjoyed it, RPD. I will probably not be doing these weird big things much unless I'm really bored. I'll have more exciting miniatures to paint. I have the Gears of War ones right behind me. I have more of the small Chaos Dwarf infantry stuff that is a lot more fun. And then I mentioned I have Brutality, and I have the Batman minis. That's all right, Kenodo. I mean, you know, this was just impromptu, so there'll be more, like, properly put together streams like this. I love the way the document camera works. I think it looks great. I'll be back tomorrow. I believe we're going to try and run Arkham Horror 2nd Edition on Tabletop Simulator. I'm going to have some guests on for Zach's Toxic Games. That'll be 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Join me, and we will talk to you later. Take care, everybody. Bye.